That was fast.
It is an eternal island of legend. A place of unimaginable beauty. And a growing evil. Where the forces of death and life are in constant conflict. For centuries, many have come in search of its power. Only to fall to its corruption. Lured by the promise of power and immortality. The darkness will claim you. Do you really want to live?
Yes. What's up, boys? Welcome back to another New World Wednesday. We have some technical difficulties going on, but we're here. Fucking right. We got Ped and we got Tight. What's up, boys? You legends, look at you all. What's up? Fucking crew. Oh, hello. There we go. There we go. No, that was the technical difficulties right there. Boys, intros again. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
There we go. Fucking awesome. All right. Yeah, so we had issues with microphones and things, and every time we restart this, we have to import new camera feeds and all this sort of shit. So yeah, look at Tight, man, looking solid down there. PC soon, boy.
Tomorrow, hopefully.
So similar to last week, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go through a few things. We're gonna start off again with looking back at an old video. The first one's going to be it'll be our second 50 versus 50 war when we were defending Everfall. And we're going to talk, I want to talk a little bit about when I was leading Guild Wars back in the day and how I think the new update that's just come out will apply in some circumstances. Then we're going to briefly touch on one of the older updates, which is Forge and Fury. And then at the end of it, we got a nice giveaway. So we'll be doing some fucking marble racing together again, which will be great. Gifted from the legend, TightEyez down there.
All he's doing is grinning. He's just grinning at the screen.
He's a fucking beautiful man.
I was laughing at Moomy. TightEyez live. Press my thumbs, brother. Tomorrow it is. What does that mean? Press my thumbs.
Have we missed anything important from you boys yet? No, it's just hype in chat. Quality. Okay. Well, we'll try and keep this to an hour this time. I know we run over briefly a little bit last time, so I'll crack on. This is an 11-minute video. This is from our 50v50. We'll stop on semi-important parts again, and yeah, let's enjoy. So, see if this works.
Yes.
Boom. Look at that, boys.
I've got
on the money.
Delay.
On the money.
Oh, I get it, Moomy.
All right. So it's kind of squished again as last time. Let me see if I can. Nope, that's the way it's going to be. Out between the three doors.
All right, let's just spread out between the 3 doors, guys. Just spread out evenly between all 3 doors for now. Whichever door you're at, you sort of start to run towards those points, but get ready to.
Oh, the quality. Oh, the banana's there. There he is. So for you guys again who don't know, maybe this is your first time, you didn't play the preview and whatever. This is the start of a 50 versus 50 battle.
Harry Potter leap back to the centre, because that'll be our main point. Look at everyone like fucking lined up. Middle gate.
Tight, do you remember this was a bad idea in the end? The whole going out the gate thing.
Yeah, it caused way too many issues with people getting outside.
And for all you haters out there, look, I do have potions and I do have food. I just didn't use it.
Hey, you're letting us down. look at that gate.
Typical
Get
Danneh
ready,
move.
boys. Get ready. So remember, the first initial push, head slowly toward, head very fast towards your flags.
So yeah, again, the idea behind looking through this is about
whatever the right flag is. I think it's C.
fucking hyping up our old battles, but also
we need to push B fast. If you with me,
seeing how it might have changed in the current battle. I don't know. It's kind of standard at the moment, isn't it, boys? Let me
What is it?
I was just going to say, there's nothing exciting here that would relate to the new patches. I can see at the back line we've got our ranged here, but we've also got someone blasting off on the cannons. They were good.
Yeah.
Where were you at this point, Ped? Probably up here somewhere, weren't you?
Was this the very first battle?
This is
No, this
battle.
was the first. Was this the first defense that we had?
This is battle number 2.
Was the very first battle us attacking somewhere, wasn't it? Because we were out on the. No. Well, we were defending, weren't we?
I think it was double defense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because the very first battle, I was out on the ground with a squad, and I just kept getting killed. I was sad. It sucked. In this one, I think I was probably responsible for quite a lot of that fire landing on the. Because it looks like there's a trajectory arc.
Can you see here?
Coming out of the middle of the fort, which might have been me with my big my big wizard stick, throwing very large fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's
possibly.
push towards the siege. Smoke it yet?
So this here is probably what I'm going to be relating to in my Guild Wars video shortly, where I'm asking for people to be pushed towards, like pushing towards, even if there's like 2 or 3 enemies laid up here. Just fucking at this point ignore them and just everyone charge to that siege. Obviously, we need to test it, but I don't think we need to be every single person right on top. But we need to be pushing.
Push towards the siege. Smoke it yet? Smoke it.
Like we kind of did, to be honest.
Try and place that barrel.
I think this is the clip. I was just about to say, I think this is the clip where there's a bunch of us that end up pushing them at the same time.
Team 2, if you want to push.
Yeah, look at mean. What we're talking about with the whole like the flanking squads and things. Look at him down there, man. That's the good shit.
This wasn't against. This wasn't balanced, though, was it? This was, or was it?
I think
it was.
I think
this was.
Oh, who was attacking us? I don't remember.
Because this is Everfall 100%, and I think only what were their name? Balance and the other clan. What was the other one? I forget the other one, but there was basically 2 syndicate clans, and they were working together. But it was Balance and somebody else.
Yeah. So what's Narcissus has asked? What do you think the perfect time for PvP or the smaller 20v20? Do you mean the perfect time for doing the battles in the 24-hour clock? Because they certainly weren't the best times in preview, because weren't they 4 o'clock in the afternoon? They were rubbish.
Yeah. Prepping at 3, fighting at 4, back to work at 5.
We definitely want them in the evening, ideally, when people have got their kids to bed, had dinner, so like.
And calling out sick from work, you know.
Yeah, exactly. After 8:30 would be good for battle. I reckon. Obviously
Sorry,
different at the weekend.
sorry, Danneh, no push-ups tonight. It's not happening on stream. Does that answer your question, Nera? Excellent.
They're too busy about the points right now, Dan.
Yeah, they just doing their thing, ain't they? All right, let's crack on.
Team 2, if you want to push to A,
Yoink.
Banana, where
everyone else
is
stay on me.
TightEyez from?
Our flanking team push out. Alright, let's push
Thanks,
down
Cap.
this main road. Let's go.
I'm
let's go,
from the
let's go, let's
best
go, let's go.
country on earth, Ireland.
Go. Make them build their siege weapons really.
So this is perfect here. Like, look at us all just going in. The only thing that potentially could be better is in our smaller groups. I could be calling out, I want to kill this guy quick. Like, everyone just nukes this guy. Everyone nukes this guy, and then we just move very quickly from one to the other. But this here, where everyone's together, it's fucking epic. Especially now with the new sharing of abilities,
Hit your bubbles,
like the passives, the heal, the group heal, the lower damage from the tanks. It's gonna be mega.
Good job on the barrel. Smoke it again. Protect the barrel, place it out, protect him.
No smoke anymore, boys.
Farming the kills, guys. Keep farming the kills. Just hold it as long as
Is
you
that,
can.
is that gone, is it?
Yeah. Smoke bombs.
I'm really sad about that. Bubbles and the smoke. I don't know why. I think they've probably done that for a performance reason, honestly. But I think that is probably the saddest part about territory wars now. No smokes and bubbles.
They saw the super strats coming out.
Team 1 on B, quick.
Bubbles were OP,
We've got a
though.
mega push coming up.
As we found out when we actually realised how to use them. Like
I mean,
that. Just like that.
I mean, they were, but they weren't. Like, they're very situational. It's you have to basically abandon a skill just for that one, and then you also have to make sure you're running a life staff on top of that. So
Can someone ban Banana? He's just said for performance they should kill the fire bombs. Get rid of him. Take him out right now.
That's Ped's thing, man. You can't take that
Crazy
away.
Dutch guy.
Oh, Jesus. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Good job.
I mean, he did what was requested. He did what was requested. I'm just going to jump into here. Can you see how we've got maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe this guy, 7 enemies close together.
Yeah.
Tonight I want to really focus on the idea of everyone moving and running together. So if we see a group like this, and there's a group of, even if there's 5 of us, if we all at the same time drop our damage in this one area, all of these guys are going to be hurting hard. And I think that's my key thing, is about finding a small group, insta killing them.
Do you know what would be really nice? If they introduced a pinging system
Yeah.
to New World.
Yeah,
That would be something else, right?
that would be solid.
Team 1 on B, quick. We've got a mega push coming up.
Fireball in the arse there.
Good job on the mines.
Actually did a lot of damage to him there. You see that?
We got a close repeater,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh my
Push it,
god,
push it,
I
push it,
missed
push
this
it. Go,
game.
go. Don't let him get it.
We've kind of seen this a lot. You know, we've kind of gone through it already, but it's great to have a look back.
Yeah.
The old knockback there.
I need you guys to push this repeater, guys.
So are you gonna
Alright.
show
Can
your?
we have someone on this?
Yeah, I have it ready. Do you want to sort of mix it up and go in between?
I was gonna say yeah, because it'd be good if you bring your Guild Wars thinking.
Yeah, I'm still yet to see this. Yeah.
Sweet. All right. So both of these are back in 2014. Nera, I saw you ask a question there about mage skills. We'll pick up on that in a bit for sure. But yeah, so this was how we led and played together in Guild Wars back in the day, where they had the shared skills. Obviously, this is very different because there's no collision on your characters, and that instantly makes a completely different game. So you can't stack like this, but the thought process behind it is kind of similar, where you've got 40 enemies there, maybe more, and if you drop all that damage together, if they can't out damage us or sustain us, they die. So we were talking about earlier, Ped, with the range getting in close. So maybe if you had the fire staff that had the old swirly, then you would go inside.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
So I think now as well with the ranged, since the patch notes just now, I think it's possible to shoot through your squad now with. Do you remember we had that issue in the preview where we'd be fighting a boss and then we'd have like a couple of bow users or musket users not being able to get hits in because there was so many of us? Well, I think they've added some a collision thing now, so you can actually shoot through people in your squad, which actually helps with that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You mean they've removed collision?
I think they've partially removed it. I don't know if it works for PvP, but the way they made it out in the patch notes was if there was some sort of elite or some sort of brute kind of enemy, they'll still be able to, get hits on that enemy.
Sure. So mean gamers making the point that I was making to Danneh earlier. So I agree completely with Mean Gamer. Mean Gamer's all over it. He's got his finger on the pulse. Master.
Sorry to cut you off, Ped, but are you wearing a Vans hoodie?
Yeah. I'm like sponsored by them.
Oh, look at you boys! Look.
That's not the same one.
That's the weirdest thing ever, dude.
Hey, man, I feel left out, boys.
Yeah,
I go right on me.
Oh, that is the weirdest thing ever.
Stash. But you need to get a red Vans hat, dude. Come on.
I've got a black one on, so there's that.
Boom.
So yeah, what you've said, Mean, makes an absolute perfect point. The way we avoided that in Guild Wars was you were basically good at your class. If you found out that you were getting kind of picked off and things like that, then you just need to be quicker. So you can see on here it was easier to follow because I got a red circle on my head. So people just had that up. They followed my movements. They stayed close. And of course, it's much harder for the ranged because you need to know my position and like the melee's position, tank's position, but also be very wary of any enemy ranged and things like that. So this is kind of a bad scenario because the entire enemy squad was stuck together there. So there's a real easy attack for us.
This video's in normal speed though, right?
Yeah.
So this just feels a lot quicker than New World does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, like that there for me, that's like absolute chaos. If you're screaming, hit this guy, I'll be like, which guy? I can't see the guy. There's 50 people here. I'm old. I'm slow.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the same scenario. This is a bad example, but yeah, it was all. Can you see like the war stuff?
I guess it's the position.
Building a house there.
It's that's the siege weapon in Guild Wars, yeah. So it's all about your footwork and positioning again. So you can see when I'm spinning around, you can see all of our range on the outside of the group.
Jeez, that just looks like an epileptic seizure right there, to be honest.
Yeah. So again, this is us. In this scenario here, they're bombing on our group. So what our ranged had to do at that point was scatter. And you'll see like it's fucking shit quality, I know, but above there the green guys moving out away. They're moving out to these spaces here, and then the rest of the tanks were just tanking and healing the damage.
So how do you?
A lot more AOE spells going off.
Yes.
Sorry, Ty. You have a lot more.
You're
so,
right.
so we don't have that in New World, right? So I think I understand what it's very effective here. I just don't think it will necessarily translate as well. Purely because when you bubble up like that, I think especially with siege weapons and other ranged enemy, like we were talking about earlier, yeah, you'll definitely take down some people, but I don't know if it will have the volume of enemy kills in the speed we want to have them, so that we get overmatch on the ground.
Yeah. So the scenario, I guess, let's try and find a better one where you would be fighting in a wider range, so you'd have all the enemies spread apart. It still kind of worked quite well if you were moving somewhat together rather than having a big line of you push in and you're attacking one guy, I'm attacking one guy. The idea was to, focus 3 or 4 units that were close together, kill them quickly, leave them down, move on to the next ones, and keep rotating those. You can see here, like, we're heavily outnumbered. But if our melee can push through and stop their range from casting us, that then what?
But how do you differentiate what class is what in this game? Like,
this is all sped up and it's a bit mad, but Yeah. So yeah.
So if you flick back to New World now, play some, play some of the video of us attacking that flag in the middle, right? I mean, it just looks a lot less chaotic in New World.
Regrouping on me on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
flag. Let's go together.
No,
Ready?
absolutely.
Regroup.
It is a lot
Push
more
now.
chill.
5 seconds quickly. 4, 3, find me 2, 1, let's go.
I guess, like, for example, here's a good example where you've got 6 enemies
big
starting to
team,
ball up here.
yeah.
If I had 10 people moving tight with me now, I would be able to blast that rock and kill them straight out. That's kind of the feeling. Obviously, it's not always going to be like Guild Wars because everyone was just fully stacking and screaming at each other the whole time. You're right. This is different. But in like a scenario like this, if I've got 10 people close, quick kill, fuck you, and move on, sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's a 5 age who should go down relatively quickly
Because here on my own, I can pressure them, but I can't fucking kill shit. Being a tank or whatever. I'm just moving them to a different part of the. Cheers, guys. I'll do my best. Moving them to another part of the map rather than actually finishing them off and killing them. So.
Smash their fucking range.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're gonna play with in
going for the kills,
beta,
we're going
aren't
for
we?
the
We're
kills,
gonna
it's
test a
fucking
few
loads of it, don't
strategies,
worry.
see which we think
Quick push, that's it. Quick push.
is the most effective. But I think, like we've discussed earlier, right? Depending on how it's unfolding on the actual battlefield out in front of the fort, like the dynamic will change quickly if they were to take a couple of points and then break through a door, right? So we have to be flexible in how we adjust to the way the battle's going.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
We can teleport. Alright, everyone on me, let's
Are they all redeeming points against
Team
you?
one back to
I
Because
think so.
you're dropping.
I was on a
the F bomb.
excited spree there where I was throwing my head off, I think.
Taking it back to your Guild Wars days.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks,
So Brio played with us back in the Guild Wars days, and you can see him, sticks like glue.
Yeah.
So he's always there to just beat him up. But you're right, for the enemy side of things, they're not really grouped up, so the same scenario won't work. Absolutely.
I'll give a shout out for Mean and Tempest and all them guys. Banana, I mean, I hate you, but all of them in those territories wars were listening to calls and reacting.
Can see you boys up
Fast.
there
I
now.
was really proud.
This is a great scenario. So if you boys are fighting these siege weapons here, and I could bring again 10 people in from behind and just wipe out this lot in the woods quick. Boom, you guys could reset, relay, mines, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's the only. I remember the only sort of problem in these scenarios is a lot of people are carrying a live stuff, aren't they? So there is they can escape. So if they get out just at the right time, you've sent 10 or so troops to go and take on one person that drops their life stuff and then flashes out, then it's like
incoming, big damage
time
on B
lost
now,
'cause
guys.
you've got to get back into the
Fucking
battle
let's
again
have it.
and find another target, right?
Yeah,
Let's have it.
that's kind of a thing of the past now, isn't it? So they ain't going anywhere.
I thought you can still life staff away. It just wasn't as far. Is that completely gone?
I thought that was the case as well, but someone told me that it's completely gone. It's just gone.
What?
The AOE, actually.
I mean, maybe someone can go and double check for us, but I was told it had been reduced so you couldn't dash as far, and then someone else told me the other day, and no, it's been fully removed. So I probably need to just do my own research and double check that.
Wait, so the AOE or the actual speed move with the fire staff, is that what you're on about?
The light staff, the dash.
Oh, the light staff.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dash.
okay.
The dash from the life
Lucho
staff.
saying it's out of the game.
Yeah. So it has been reduced and the cooldown is increased, I think. Something along the lines of that. I did scan over it a little bit. But yeah, the distance is definitely a lot less now. It's still in the game.
The boys are
It's
saying
gone.
it's gone. Bubble
Yeah.
and flash gone.
Oh, it's actually okay, fair enough.
The thing is, I read things
more
and then
horrible.
hear what I want to hear. Dash is gone. Dash is gone.
Okay, it's gone.
Mate, that means I'm never going to escape. I'm going to always die.
Yeah, you gotta fight. You gotta fight now, man.
Ah,
No. I mean, we'll be with you, man. That's it. I'll be there protecting you
Yeah, but
with my.
I think that's that. So yeah, I mean, it definitely will shape the mage build because you're going to pretty much have to go like up close and personal, which is the pyro tree. But then that you need the siege damage in the battleground. So it means
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to hide in the back.
So Lucho there just said you do run faster with it in your hands, so that makes up for it. So that's the passive, isn't it? That's on it. I think. So I guess that makes sense.
But if but are any of the melee attacks stuns because you've got to avoid the stun, get running, avoid the stun. Whereas with the dash before, you could just dash and you're out of the way of any attack.
That's still strong though, if you really think about it. If it's 10% even to your speed, you know, if you're holding a light staff, it's going to give you that extra distance that you can pull on melee characters, even though you are in paper armor. But we're still yet to see if armor and weight is going to affect
This
the
is
speed.
true. Yeah, this is true. When we get to a few weeks down the line and we talk about the most recent patches, we'll be able to look at that in a bit more detail, I guess. But yeah, it's all going to require getting to beta and having a little play, or into alpha if any of us are lucky.
Fingers crossed.
How many days? 7
8
days. 7
Team Two,
days.
can you guys come back as well? We need everybody here.
Just enough for my
We
PC
need
to
barrels
arrive.
as well. Try and use our.
Okay, so I guess rolling back again. So this here is where we're getting pushed off point. What we did in the preview was basically just try and push onto point and fight our way through. What would be awesome is if our an A team, or at this point C team, because there's no C left, we're able to come behind a couple of barrels, start bombing, start blowing them up, taking down their ranged. If we can push through, that would be the good shit. And again, taking that kind of Guild Wars feeling where the commander of that squad is pulling people with him, so like very active in saying where he is, what he's doing. Then the boys can be around him. Again, you don't have to like be inside each other, Ayo, but just be close enough.
Be inside. Where are we going with it?
You don't have to be so close to each other that you're a ball that's you're concerned you're going to get hit by ranged.
So yeah, okay. So the tactic that we were talking about earlier then makes sense. And if you've got like that 10, 30, 10, or you could have 10 mages or ranged mages back in the fort, and you can then call out a target area where you want them to launch their attacks.
Boom. Yeah, that would be good. But yeah, this here, we need to not let it happen. We can't let them stack up siege weapons on us like that. To make sure that they're always destroyed. If we can. Or at least someone's there sniping them out of it constantly,
Yeah.
A couple of muskets.
Did the single barrel destroy one of those Gatling cannons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have barrel teams.
Yep.
Barrel squads, right?
So everything will have to adapt. The old YouTube subscribers, excellent. We'll have to adapt throughout the game. But like this is a perfect example where C has fallen, so C team wouldn't need to be there anymore. They could spend their time backing up A, backing up B, or just constantly flanking.
So just going back to the siege weapons here and the barrels and everything, there was a couple of times these guys in particular, you can see it there on screen that they set their turrets up right next to each other. If you get a nice placement of a barrel between both of those and set it off, it destroys both of them. So even taking that into consideration into our hands, it's like if we are going to be using siege machines properly, space them out, because there's a pretty decent AoE. I think it's like 5 meters or 6 meters from the center of the barrel.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can do some serious damage to stacked siege machines like that one.
Cool. Just how some quick answers to some of the questions in chat. How yes, this 30th of March is when we're expecting the EU alpha keys to drop, and so hopefully someone or a few of us will be lucky enough to nab those, because that would be quite useful. And facepalm, I think absolutely that's certainly one of the tactics we'll be considering. We sort of trialed it in our very first battle. Danneh had a couple of teams that were running around I was in one of those, and it was rubbish being a mage in a team that's running around trying to gank people. It's much better being sat hiding in the fort, throwing big fireballs at people.
Or,
It's
I was going to say,
it's way more heroic.
or not necessarily having a group specifically for siege weapons, but one of these flanking squads. So in this scenario, it would be C. They would buy the barrels, and they would buy let's say TightEyez is leading it. He'd get 5 people on barrels, 5 people on fire bombs, for example. So not specifically siege hunter, but they have that in their inventory ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. PK asks when the next round of beta is. We probably won't see that until the summer, maybe June, July, probably July for an August release.
I think they've given dates. I think it's July, mid-July.
Yeah, and then is that Envious Mistermind? Yeah. So
Mastermind.
they're gonna open up EU servers and absolutely not get an out. Hopefully, us will be lucky enough to get one. I think that's what we're hoping for. I mean, TightEyez is hoping to get a computer first, so baby steps.
Okay.
Baby steps.
Yeah, exactly.
We're hoping that the entire clan gets an alpha key, so we can go and test as a clan.
You watch. You know what's going to happen. TightEyez is going to get an alpha key, and he's not going to get a computer for 4 months. And he won't give it to anyone because he'll be so angry that he hasn't got a PC. He'll be like, I'm not sharing this.
Listen, I will happily donate that, but I can guarantee whoever I donate to better have a good connection so I can not stream it over Discord.
Shh.
You didn't say it here.
I didn't. I said not. So.
Yeah.
Sticko, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Go.
Go.
Thanks for your bits.
Get on it. Yes, let's have it. Come on.
Getting stun locked, man. I can't wait to try it without having that stun lock all over the place.
You should have put that sword and shield on your back.
Yeah. I was just going to bring this up here. So in this scenario here, look, we've got a lot of people kind of fighting out in the bushes and things. What would be good in this scenario is if I or Ty or Ped or whoever's leading the group at that point calls to take out the barrels, everyone has to like shift their asses forward and start bringing the fight on here, because we're getting pushed back off these siege because you guys up here are messing about with some people. And if it was a big group of 5 or 6, the idea is we'd take them out first, move on to the siege after, and kind of again stick together. But yeah, if you're ranged, I know it's probably going to be much harder being a range because you're going to be very very squishy compared to what I'm asking you to do. But that's why you play it and I don't play it because I'm shit.
Yeah, so that's the difficult thing, certainly with the flame tree, the siege tree and the fire mage, is that there's quite a long cast time for both your main spells, and therefore you have to get a really good position to drop the spell. So the moment you find a good position and start to cast, that's usually when you get attacked. So that's why the siege bombs from back on the fort wall are great, because you can hit anywhere on the map with. As long as you don't run out of mana, that's a perpetual supply of fireballs onto points.
Could you run the siege bomb with the, I call it a tornado, the swirly whirly skill?
Possibly. I can't remember how the tree would split. You could potentially go pyro with the flamethrower and then siege bomb, I think. I can't remember the attribute points because I stacked heavily in the left hand flame tree.
I saw a YouTube video. I probably need to find it and talk about it in the future. Dicko, man, thanks for your bits. I saw him running a flamethrower with the AOE flame skill. So if in my eyes, there'd be kind of 2 different types of mages. You'd have one that would either stay in the fort and use the siege weapons and the fire bombs, and that would kind of be their role and just keeping us up to date on that. And then the other role would be slightly more tanky, but still high DPS, that would roll with the main group.
100%. Yeah. So they could get up close and personal, drop the AOE fire spells, because there's that new the new spell that someone may or may not have mentioned at some point that might be an alpha, that was where you drop the glyph on the ground and you get a load of additional damage in the glyph area.
Yeah.
So that could be pretty epic.
But yeah, again, like bringing back to the scenario, everyone sticking a bit more closer together and focusing on your leader. So if each one of us is leading, keep on the ball, boys. Wake the fuck up, as we would say back in Guild Wars.
Good job on the siege weapons, barrels. Guys who have
Yeah, I think that's we just need to get to beta, don't we? And have lots of
Start
fun
playing,
trying
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
This is good. Look, a couple of us outnumbering them. Quick kills. Obviously, they're surviving because of berserk, but quick kills, very quick there. Move on to the next one and just keep rolling around, man. That was just so satisfying.
Yeah. I got to admit, the animation for that flamethrower, like the flame staff,
There you go.
it's so badass looking.
So, yeah, that's an enemy. So, because you saw that enemy there just dropping the rain of fire, you basically just went and blatted him, but then missed him. But you see how long he was stood there casting.
Yeah.
So the moment you go and attack him, that
He's gone.
interrupted.
Yeah.
It's game over. Yeah.
So just here, even with the hatchet and everything, the way you're seeing the stuns, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how the fights now like progress, given the fact that the stuns are going to be very rare compared to what they were in that one in the preview. Like you're going to be able to dodge out of majority of attacks. You'll still get a hit off, but like re-engaging then into a fight, it's going to be interesting to see how fluid the combat will be now since all the changes, or how not fluid it's going to be. You're probably still going to get a lot of people running away now, 10% health, and they just switch to a life staff and take off running or something, which is going to be frustrating. So I hope there's some good takedown or rush down moves that they add to certain weapons.
And then we can go to
Yeah, and we probably should point out to Mastermind that we're doing the patch notes from the very start, so we know that the patch notes are much more advanced, but we're starting at the very beginning, so we're probably going to touch on the what was this set of
It's a nice one.
It's called the
Forge and Fury.
That's the one. So that was December's update. So we've got 3 more to go, and then catch up to real time. Exactamundo.
right side of B as you look towards B. Right side, lots of people in the forest. Oh yes, come on, keep it up.
All the siege they're popping up,
One
man.
in the woods as well,
I think that was like overkill, wasn't it, at that point?
that next.
The siege machines. Sure, they weren't. Half of the or 90% of them weren't even being used.
Yeah. But it's always nice to remind them what they
Mad
changed.
hiccups.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's an enemy fireball landing on me. I'm not sure, to be honest. It's got a red ring on it, so that to me is an enemy.
I think
marker.
even your I think I brought that up actually in the preview a couple of times. There's no difference. So even a friendly AOE will actually show that red ring, from my knowledge anyway. And the only way you could figure out if it was in enemies is if you were taking damage. It was weird. I think.
Yeah, I was going to say your marker, the marker on the it was always red for anything else.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it hurts.
So I think
We need
a
support
change
on-
in that
we
needs
need
to
more
happen if
support here
that's
on
still a
B,
move.
guys.
Because I remember trying to drop that rain of fire onto like point B. Those rocks either side of it were pretty much where you could stand and get the spell onto that point. So you're pretty exposed because you stood up on a rock. I remember getting shot a lot
These
by
ones.
musket players on the other side of the hill.
Saluju said should be a blue indicator to make a difference. Yeah, I agree. But again, I think you're gonna have issues then as well with like overlapping. Like it's gonna go either not a purplish color, or I think that's blue and red, right? I don't know. But like that's wrong, isn't it? That's wrong.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
What's-
You're red
wait,
makes
what?
purple, you madman.
Yeah.
Does it
Yeah,
actually? Oh, okay.
actually.
Jeez, it's like I'm in primary school again. But yeah, so yeah, purplish.
He's getting taken. We need all those guns.
Go back to where we were.
Don't let him free come. I think there's one in the woods as well that's singing off at us.
Yeah, so if you hang on, if you just go back very quickly, you see those so where you just were,
Oh shit.
have you gone back too far?
Yeah. This?
No, just keep playing it through because it's where you just paused it. You where Tight was giving us his purple color scheme. You were up
Oh,
right, so
Roughly here.
Now,
yeah, so if
Good
you
job on the
play
secret
on
with
from
nice
here,
barrels.
see, so you've got a fire
guys who have points.
there.
Let's get
That
some
might
fire.
even be me in my silly clown outfit. But there was a segment where there was a load of fire
Yes, boys.
near you, and I think that was like us friendly fire.
All right.
So there you see the flamethrower temperature,
Oh,
the
good
flamethrower.
shot.
That and the
Clean the
fire, like the whirly fire around. I think for what you're
Right, everyone to
proposing,
B, everyone to B,
definitely
loads
makes
in.
sense. Like you get them in
Loads,
there in the
loads,
middle of a
loads,
load of
loads in.
melee and tank players, and then they just pop off
Yeah.
massive AOE
Yeah.
damage.
Uh,
Then that would be fantastic.
I think the main thing is, like, let's say I'm leading a group and I've got 10 people with me. I need to be aware of what's going on the horizon. So, kind of when I'm playing is just watching what's going on in. If I can see 2 or 3 ranged preparing to start hitting us, that's when I need to fucking get our guys quickly to move through whatever damages are happening on us right now, and hit them. And I know that sounds crazy, but I think taking down the casters with all the high DPS is like really important.
Yeah.
Because like you got a chance to chill on the fort ped, and you can just drop damage, like big damage,
So
and that scares me.
Mastermind there was just talking about how he was talking about facing people 10 levels above and certain things like that. We brought up the same thing with each other privately as well. That's one of the reasons we like New World, is because there was a couple of instances we were outnumbered and outleveled, and just a small group of us working together, using strategies, moving as a team, we're able to basically win the fight. So I can only imagine now with the changes, the future and the present changes that have just happened. So I can definitely tell there's going to be a difference in the combat for skill-based combat.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Bricks makes an awesome point, and that happened a lot in the Guild Wars days. You'd be rushing around, and because obviously I'd be making the calls in my head before actually communicating them, I'd be moving a bit more in front. So, yeah, that is a thing that happens. It's something that we need to work on, and basically that's where I need to come in and get good at the game and not die, essentially. So normally, whoever's leading the biggest group, it's just the hardest tank possible, with a couple of nice support nearby. But
I agree. Like for this, I totally agree with what Facepalm said. But like, I plan on hiding like an absolute pussy in the fort for the entire battle, and like just throwing very large fireballs in people's face, and then jumping on siege weapons. So, like, I will definitely be able to provide that horizon scanning, cooling, and then if I've been slotted from miles away, because I don't like when I played inside the fort. Touchwood, I don't think I died. Certainly only when it got really chaotic and they'd breached a load of doors and then it was a bit of a free for all. That's the only time you're kind of in danger. But if you can stay up on the ramparts and attack from range, it's pretty decent. So you get a pretty good view of what's going on. So that I think there'll be 2 or 3 shot callers for Danneh that are back in the pocket, hiding, cowering,
ready to go. The respawn wasn't that long, to be honest. So even if it was just a, sort of spread out a little bit, take a bit of a back pedal.
It got longer though, didn't it? Do you not remember?
It did. Yeah, it
It's
did.
really
It
random.
got longer, mate. It got longer because in the first game, when I was getting spanked every 30 seconds, I was like, it took about 2 minutes or something horrendous to respawn after I died about 8 times. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
No, I remember dying just close towards the end of our final well, the final war I had with you guys. I know you did one more where I had to go back to work, otherwise I was getting fired. But we did one, and I died near the end of it, and it was like maybe 5 minutes on the clock, and I had like it was nearly a minute and a half almost worth of a respawn time. So the respawn times can get ridiculous. Now I don't know, is it because I died a lot in that fight, or it's based on how far into the fight you are?
No, I think it's based on deaths. It's definitely based on deaths because mine was going up rapidly and I was dying.
I found it was a bit random though. I remember once dying near the end, and it was only like a 10-second cooldown. I think I got footage of it somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, but you probably hadn't died much.
Mate, I die a lot. You've
up
seen
until that point.
these fucking videos. I'm dead like all the time. I'm always dead.
Dan's always the one going.
I'm there
in
mining the boulder
first.
in the middle of the battlefield there. Gotta get my harvest up, man. I
Never
didn't realize
stop with the
actually
gains.
you could harvest the
It's all right,
materials on the
Julia's there to-
battlefield.
was that Daff there? Daff was there to
That's,
save you.
yeah.
So all we have to do now, the big cliff on the east side, we just have to get a bunch of pickaxers, go run at it. Not
Just
mine
remove it from
down.
the battle. I'm not sure.
Smoke it. Quickly on me.
We
Yeah,
pushed it back
this
quite a
didn't go
lot
into
by
the
this
fort.
point.
Yeah. Is this the one where we actually break in to the?
Yeah. This is a great scene. I think I highlighted actually. I was down trying to
Yeah,
ignite,
it's
and there
just-
was
Yeah.
a couple of boys here, and I was just shouting, "I need some support!" And then all of a sudden, you see this lot up here wake up, and there they come. Look at that! Look at that running animation, man! What is that? Oh, and then there you go, in there with the flamethrower. That's what I'm talking about. I love that.
Wait, can you actually blow the bombs up with the musket, Lucho? I never actually thought about that. That would be pretty sick.
Oh, I thought they had to be ignited. I thought when they were destroyed, they
think-
just kind of disappear.
I think they do, because I'm nearly sure I seen. They said so?
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, if that's a new thing, that's going to be quality. You know, get the-
that'll actually be
get the
game
sharpshooter
changing.
ready.
That. Yeah.
Someone trying to ignite it.
So,
I like that.
What are you thinking for time? Are you going to go through a quick recap of what happened in the Forge and Fury update?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll just let this play through. Got 2 minutes left now, and then we'll switch over to the fun part.
So I
And you
guess-
become the newsreader.
Yeah, I guess while this is playing through, if anyone has any questions, they can shoot.
Does TightEyez have a computer?
Oh, mate, this time next week, man.
That's just,
It's gonna be
that's
like,
just me.
how is your computer?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, my mic's working, Ped. My computer's working. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see.
The main thing about the flanking teams, like the 10 and the 10, for example, or whatever we decide to go with, is everyone's just gonna have to hold their own. And ultimately, end of the day, the way you got better in the Guild Wars fights was just being better than the enemy and being more aware of what's going on. And that was it. You know, it's just map awareness and having your awareness of, for example, where I am. If I'm pulling, if I'm leading, then you just need to know where I am and be able to regroup quickly, gather up, quick heal or whatever we need to do, quick kill and move on. But yeah, so it was all about speed and awareness.
That flamethrower in that clip, insane. And somebody shot in. That must have been Ped there with the cannonball flying. That's
Yeah,
when Dan getting toxic.
Yeah,
Bit of
it's
toxicity at
beautiful.
the end there, mate.
Like, I mean, as crazy as it was, bearing in mind we didn't really have any strategies, did we?
Yeah,
We just
exactly,
had Danneh
yeah.
shouting and screaming. I mean, by our second and third battles, they were pretty much like zero contests, weren't they?
Yeah.
We were kind of fairly horrible to the opposition.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. We're all over them at their fort. I mean, that's fairly miserable for them.
I think it's going to be really interesting fighting against the group that's organised as well and seeing
Yes.
how we fare against that. I mean, we had a couple of organised fights against us, and it got quite hairy scary at the end, but we still managed to put it together.
Oh, I
But
do believe a lot of our wars, like they weren't really that coordinated. Like you could tell from majority of the things that would happen. It's like sometimes you would see a moment of coordination from the enemy, and then once you kind of denied that, it would take them like literal like 10 minutes of the fight to actually regroup and do it again. Um, so I just think it was one we did very well. I'm not downplaying us at all, but like I think there is going to be some teams out there now that we'll meet and we'll kind of get a slap in the face and be like, look, we have big balls too, kind of thing, you know. So that's exciting for me personally because I want to see that. I want that really intense tug of war kind of fight going on.
yeah. Altez asked what role gets the most kills or has TPS. I think it's all changing now. I don't know we're back in the past at the moment, but so light armor is going to have the biggest damage possibility because different equipped loads. So if you're a light class or a medium class or a heavy class, they've got different damage buffs and different buffs within the classes or the equipped load, should I say?
Yeah, I think like Wisecrow said when we were playing the preview, the hatchet was just stupid, and
I disagree. But
well, no, but so if you watch Jeweler's videos, it was Jeweler's videos, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You watch
yeah.
his videos.
Yeah.
He was playing musket and hatchet. And he was killing loads of people in those battlegrounds. It was insane.
It was stupid because we had our enemies weren't really, on the level of a lot of the players we had, which was really nice.
Yeah.
In a sadistic way, we had that advantage.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's the thing that what gear and what items you run in open world versus what you do in battleground definitely will be different, because when you're into that 1v1 2v2 sort of PvP scenario in open world, that's going to be very different to what's happening in the battleground. So I think a lot more of it will be skill, won't it, in reality?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So this is back in December's update, which it feels like a long time ago, but it's not actually that long ago. 3 months. So a lot of us have already been through this, so I won't do my story time section right now. But what's kind of cool here is to see their vision back then to what it is now. Okay, so skill-based, action-orientated. Yeah, this is actually really cool. Actually, I haven't read this in a long time, but I think this rolls straight into what we've been talking about the whole night of positioning, timing, and being better than the other person. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. We got to get good, essentially, be better than the enemy.
Yeah, Ped, you hear that? How did that fortress with you?
No. Well, that's. I mean, obviously, we'll get to it in another update, but they obviously made some really cool changes to the life stuff and the fire stuff in terms of like animation and mouse 1 and mouse 2 attacks, which should make it easier because there was quite a big delay on your mouse 1 attack on the fire staff. So you had to predict where people were moving to. If they, the further away they were, you had to predict how many steps they were going to go left or right to hit them with your fireball. So you would miss a lot, which was rubbish.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we'll find out our best builds for siege versus open world fights and stuff. I'm a big fan of that. The fire staff with the flamethrower and the AoE attack. That is just mega cool. If we can protect them and keep them alive, we got damage for days in those fights.
Yeah, those the 5v5 instance potentials. I think you're running a healer and a pyro mage, and then 3 tank melee builds around that, because they'll just be doing ridiculous AoE output up close.
This for me is like a huge part of, I think, why I love New World, because we can all have like at some point we'll all have the high end gear and we'll all have similar gear. Whether we get ahead in the start or not, people will catch up or we'll catch up to others. But at the end of the day, it's down to kind of how you play
just
as a
raw
team.
skill.
Yeah. and sort of the teamwork essentially. Obviously, being the best 1v1er or 5v5 is great, but when you're in a 50-man scenario, having a group of 50 people that's synergized, it's some next
Oh, he's
it's some
dropping the
next
big
level
word.
shit, boys. Woo! This is cool. Attacks from both players and enemies should have a level of commitment and weight to them, which I guess, exactly what you're talking about there, Ped, where maybe a bit too much on the fire stuff at the moment, but when you commit to attack, you better be doing it right.
Yeah. There should be punishes in the game for PvP. Like, for instance, you whiffed an attack preview, you whiffed an attack, the animation pretty much cancelled itself out and you immediately started running again. So there was that ability, one, to reinitiate your attack right after you missed, and two, just to be able to reposition like immediately. And I think where they're going with that one is say you have the hammer and you swing. Now the hammer was slow even in the preview. If you whiffed an attack, you could punish it. But I think even the lighter weapons should have kind of like a recoil system. So if you hit somebody, that sword's coming back faster than if you swing and miss, and then you can do a lot more with that with the punishes and stuff. So
yeah, I think, and when we get, fast forward 3 weeks and we get to the latest patch notes, like Mastermind said, there was a big dump in that last patch note. We know that they're really interesting patch notes because we've been discussing them in quite a lot of detail, and it does give you probably an exponential number of combos that you can now run if you understand the stacking properly. So like he's called out there, he's got a build planned, which we've talked about in terms of stacking bleeds and slowness. But for me, like as a fire mage, like there is some epic bonuses from the attribute side, and then in conjunction with additional gear scores and gear attributes. So you could have your armor will be rubbish, you will literally be paper thin, but if you get your spells off, you will be doing insane damage.
yeah.
I was just sitting there thinking, and while I was reading this here, our goal is to design and tune a system to reward a wide range of builds and strategies. So probably, prepping for wars. We were talking earlier, we could all head down to the fort and prep a little bit of a strat. Not too much, but a little bit of a strat. But your build will probably be very different in a war than what it would be in an open world PvP scenario. So this is really cool, and people will just have to really start to learn their character and learn their class and know it, like the back of their hands.
Can you remember it wasn't it gold to respec your attributes, not Azoth?
Oh, I cannot remember.
Because I remember respecking a couple of times, and I'm sure I spent gold and not Azoth. But I could be wrong because it was gold. Nice one, brilliant. Yeah, so hopefully they don't change that mechanic, because otherwise it could become fairly painful, because we'll probably be respecking for every battleground, PvE, PvP. So if it's a gold issue, that's cool because we had lots of gold. But if they change that to Azoth or something else, it could be emotional.
Yes. Or, again, sort of in the open world scenario, we would take a similar approach with the kind of stain. There's always a lot of us online, so there's always a chance that you'll have a party of 5, like always. So it should kind of still work, with your build should be built to support your group rather than be a solo player. Because, well, we've got near on 100 people ready to play together. It'd probably be very unlikely that, unless you really want to, of course, very unlikely that you'd be needing to fight a big PvP battle on your own.
Oh, that'll be Tots. Tots will be taking on 50 people.
We love you, Tots.
1v50. Tots defending the fort. And Banana will just be stood in the background chuckling. That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen, I tell you.
It will, yeah, it will.
I'll skip past this because this is, this is what it was. I think this has changed slightly in the current update. So just talking about the stun lock from light attack spam.
Exactly. Me and Mean are going to be fishing while all you guys are PvPing.
The old cooks. I like it.
Not really. I love PvP too much.
global cooldown was a big one, wasn't it, when it dropped?
Yeah, yeah. This is like a complete sort of. I know we're sort of back to the future and again a little bit here, but yeah, this was a huge change, which I think is I really like it, to be honest. Where now
Yeah.
you have the 2 weapons, not the 3. Yeah, I think what they've done is really
How
good.
do you honestly feel about that though? The 2 weapons versus the 3.
Personally, I love it. I'd like it. I mean,
Do
I'm
you?
more comfortable in it because I've done like 6 years in Guild Wars and I had 2 weapons in Guild Wars, so for me, it's a bit more comfortable. And yeah, I think you just think a bit more about what you're using rather than
See, that's the hardest part about it is obviously in the preview we had, was it 60% of the weapons that are in the game or something like that, or 40 even. I don't know what else.
Yeah.
There's the spear, the battle
There's
axe,
a lot
another one.
more now. A lot more.
Yeah, there's a lot less space to choose, so
yeah.
it's going to be difficult.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's cool though. That
in-
like you have to really think, like Danneh was saying, you've your
Yeah,
equipment,
exactly.
your gear, what you're trying to achieve.
the third weapon was life staff most of the time. Yeah, people were.
Yeah.
I think the first video you just see like the lightsabers and you just see 20 people at once going all over the map. It was mental. But yeah, I think it's good, and I think 6 months to a year down the line, you'll probably have 5-6 legendaries ideally at this point in your bank, pretty much maxed
Yes,
out. Yeah. And if you feel like
that's something in the future that I hope they'll add as well. Kind of like a loadout system, even if you have to do it through your stash, like through your bank at one of the towns. It'd be nice to a quality of life thing. I know the game's not out yet, but there are things that I look for as small little quality of life things that stop you from accidentally deconning something or just anything like that.
I should have been reading. Weapon block and skill hit detection needed improvements. Looks like they've improved on that. Sort of coding type stuff. Not too exciting for us. The weapon balancing is crucial. Obviously, again, looking at their current update, this here. I believe was an overview of what they're doing. So this was their sort of their vision for the combat and some of the recent changes. But again, we know the recent balance patch is huge. While the hatchet was far away from the worst offender during the preview event, weapon balancing is always going to be on the forefront of our mind. It's pretty cool. AI was able to interrupt players too frequently. You were talking about it earlier, Tight, getting slapped and stun locked by AI.
Yeah. I think that's a brilliant change. Especially, I brought it up just before the stream actually, but whenever you were in PvP and the guy had run off or something, and then you get him in a sort of situation where he was pinned, and then you use your ability, and then a skeleton hits you in the back or something and completely messes up your skill. It was the worst thing I think in New World. It was so annoying, especially when you're in the higher level zones and there's a lot more enemies.
Yeah.
It was just really annoying to just get stun locked by AI.
You say that was the most annoying thing. I think you're the next.
What?
That were running life staffs and trying to heal people, and it was impossible. So we know there's been some good changes around that. If Jacob was here, he'd definitely be saying he hated healing.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I don't actually remember reading this. Body blocking makes ranged damage inconsistent in group play. We want positioning and spacing to matter for combat. We don't currently allow players to shoot through each other. However, we've recently introduced a dynamic scaling function for enemies. High profile targets now easy to hit. Yeah, even when engaged in melee combat with other players. Yeah, that's cool. It doesn't really say exactly how it works, does it? But
it doesn't. It's either they're going to increase the hitbox of said brute or elite, or they're going to make it so you can shoot through. So it's going to be either one. I'd say if they made it where you could shoot through just your squad, so just people that are in your group, I think that's a good play for that, to be honest with you. But who's to know? I mean, it's probably in the newest patch notes. I haven't read them. Bigger hitbox when they're in melee animations. Yeah.
And the last one's again kind of a nice news feed here, but obviously since we're now in the future, we know that a lot of this has changed and they've really improved on all of these points that they've been talking about. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing really I want to talk more about on this. You boys?
No, I think these patch notes are pretty small. So
I think it's quite cool to know, if you think if we go back to previous August and then the 2 lots of patch notes that we had, November, December time, and the fact that we know that there have been subsequent patch notes between then and now, and we know that I think the general consensus is with each drop of new patch notes, there's more detail, but it's making the game more interesting, more exciting, which is good to see.
Definitely.
Isn't it? So if you think if they carry on that trajectory, I say in 7 days when we get our alpha keys, we're going to get alpha keys. We can get to see what this actually looks like in alpha, and then obviously come beta in the summer, then hopefully that trajectory is continued and it'll be great. I mean, the hype for August will be fairly insane by then.
Yeah.
Look at that. We won't go through this one, but that right there is glorious.
I'm definitely going to be using it. Just saying.
It looks amazing.
It looks so good.
Look at that badass, man. He's got Viking vibes to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, but what's going to happen is, Tight, you'll be stood there in all your heavy armor, waving your big axe. Some dude will just rock up in light armor, a bit of cloth, flip out their rapier, and just cut you up. And you'll be like, what just happened?
Let me tell you, if some guy with light armor comes at me with that in my hand, he's going to be mush on the ground with one hit. What do you mean?
There you go, boys. The legendary Great Axe quest. When we get to level 60, we can go and speak to Ranger Herb in Eden Grove to begin the quest. Easy.
Yeah, that's where I'm going, right? When I hit 60 after 6 years of grinding.
I know I said we weren't going to talk about this, but this here is going to be something that we do a lot.
Yeah. So actually, I didn't read this. Is it you can do this with your own faction? Is that correct?
As far as I'm aware, yeah. You solo duel or in groups of up to 5 players per side. It doesn't say you have to duel against another team. Dueling typically is against anyone, isn't it? So with no consequence, we should be able to take 5 of us either side and fight each other.
That is going to be nice. That's going to be really nice. 5 players per side too. That's going to be really good. I like that.
So let's just take a quick look at this glorious shield. Lucho was keen on this. I'm keen on this.
That's a nice shield.
I'll be looking at that next week.
No, this is actually part of the Forge and Fury update.
No, I remember.
I just forgot it was there, to be honest. Look at this dude carrying an anchor. What a hero. True pirate. Yeah, these are all just the combat systems. It'd be worth you guys just going through and having a quick look yourself because they are quite good to look at. But yeah, balancing the bow, it's all this sort of stuff.
But I think because Incog slap, obviously Captain Slap.
Hold on. Crow's dropping some bits. It's so loud.
The bit songs playing.
Thanks, Crow.
Oh no. But yeah, he was asking about weapons. Just go up and read the patch notes, but don't worry too much about the weapons. Wait till you get into beta and have a play with everything that's available and work out what's going to work best for you. That's the key thing, isn't it? Everyone's got their own aspirations to wield whatever weapons, but you got to go with what's going to work for you.
Yeah, for sure.
BJ Cat made a good point as well. Like it did back in the preview anyway. It didn't take too long to get a feel for the weapon. So you'll be picking up smaller. You'll be picking up all types of weapons while you're playing. Just equipped it. See if you like the feel of it. If you don't, just throw it in a bin and keep moving on to something that meets your playstyle.
Yeah, what I'm hoping, because we all know that preview was sped up, wasn't it, in terms of your experience gain, so that they could make preview enjoyable and people could get max level and stuff. So I'm hoping that's dialed right back, and actually you can't level your weapon in 10 days to max level like we were doing. You know, I want it to take a long time, because then, you know,
It would.
there's joy in getting, you know, if you turn around and go, I've got my 20, and you're like, well, that's taken 4 months. That'd be
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
that would be
It
really
would be
cool.
nice. It would be nice if they did that too, because you know, like there'd be an element of surprise as well in PvP for a little while. You know what I mean? Like you'll face off against someone, and the next thing he uses, I don't know, some great axe move that you haven't seen before. Just later down the line, you know what I mean? Like there'd be a change in the dynamic of PvP as the game evolves, which
Yeah.
would be good.
Because what's going to happen? You're going to rock up in your big heavy armor with your big axe, and you're going to
Yeah.
run into a cloth armor player who pulls out their rapier, and it will turn out that their rapier's level 20, your big axe is level 8, and he just literally cut you up in one hit. And you're like, what's just happened?
Listen, Ped, you can only fantasize. You can only fantasize about your rapier, but once my
gonna happen.
battle axe
It's gonna
hits your head, it's gonna look like a pancake on Sunday.
Dude, my head will have fallen off before the axe hits me. Just the wind from it will have blown my head off. That's what happens. It happens to me in cloth armor. There you go.
You wanna do the giveaway now, or?
Yeah. So, one quick thing. Tomorrow night, wrong logo. There she is. Hey, tomorrow night we are hosting our very own kind of battle royale Valheim tournament. We're going to be doing it on Twitch. We've got eight guys playing. They'll have like a PvE time. They will have time to build things, time to gear up whatever they want to gear up. I'll be kind of playing cameraman, flying around, and we'll have inputs from everyone's screens. So on one big screen, we'll be able to see everyone at once. And when people start to die off, we can start to get rid of them and move their screens. We'll also be having supply drops coming in, which will be voted in by you guys. So we'll have a poll. We'll offer up 5 different items, weapons or armor, whatever it may be, and you guys can vote on what you want to go into the supply drop, which will be placed randomly around the map. Obviously, this has been inspired by the Legend Asmongold's tournament they put together. So yeah, if you're around tomorrow, I think we're starting at about 7-ish UK time. I'll be on a bit before then, so yeah, come along and give some abuse to the boys when they're playing. Hopefully, my fingers are crossed that Tight's PC arrives in the morning so he can play. First time ever playing Valheim in a tournament. That's what I'm talking about. I like it. And yeah, so that's the Valheim tournament. And also, yeah, we have a bit of a marble run sesh. So do you want to say what we got, Tight, and I'll prep up.
I mean, which one do we want to do first? So, I mean, I guess we can do chat, or do you want to do a poll?
Yeah.
We'll do a poll for it.
Remind me what we got.
So we have a copy of Far Cry 6 and a copy of Black Ops Cold War, I believe.
Black Ops Cold War?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go, boys. There's a vote up. There's a poll up in the chat somewhere. Let us know what you want to win. Meanwhile, I will start. Oh God, I haven't seen this in a while. See if it runs all right. Are you happy to do this free marble run? Tight.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably the best way to do it.
Great fun as well. The old marble run. So if you haven't been involved in the marble run before, It literally is what it says on the tin. It's a marble run. You'll get a marble. It will roll down the course, and the winner wins. Do you want to do
Yes.
sort of a winner takes all tight, or maybe like best of 3?
Yeah. Just
a winner
do
takes all.
one. Just do one.
Yeah.
Just quick run. No bullshit.
Oh yeah. Right, she's loading up. do you want to fight in the Valheim tournament, Mean?
You gonna replace me, even though my PC's coming? Is that what you're gonna do?
So at the moment we have no
Holy shit.
standbys. I think we got Banana actually, but he'll be here tight. I have faith.
I'm only joking. Sure, I don't know nothing about the game. Let somebody else. It'd be more entertaining.
It'll be
Somebody
funny
else.
it'll be funny as hell watching you play, man. It'll be great. It'll be really entertaining. It'll be really entertaining. Let's flip back. Okay, so if you guys don't know, we'll spend a minute voting. So we're currently 4 votes for Far Cry, 5 votes for Black Ops Cold War. While we're waiting for that, you guys can vote for a map on Marble Run. So you can do !vote, space, and then a number. Let's try and pick one that's more than 3 minutes long, so we get a bit of a fun race. Caney, that would be great. While you guys are just finishing off this as well, I'm just going to pop to the loo. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. 49 for the win. Which one's 49? Pixel
Yeah,
Portal? Nobody wins on it. That duel needs to happen, Ped, though. You get your rapier. I'll get my battle axe, and we'll settle it once and for all.
Hey, I'll be running around with a Harry Potter wand. Are these the games that you got from Scan?
Yeah.
Nice.
Of course it's going to be a 50-50.
I haven't won a single one of
right.
these marble runs since he's been doing it. I think it's fixed.
It's definitely not. I think I've won like 2 on Dan's stream so far.
That's my point. I've raced in pretty much every one and never won.
That's
I'm
'cause you're
always
too
I'm always leading or in the top 5 coming towards the end, and then like I'll end last or off the map.
I've never won either, I've been in most of them.
Yeah, but that'd be
You
cheating.
don't count though, remember?
I am fucking vetoing this piece of shit map. We are not playing Pixel Portal. Shitty alley, boys. What are you playing at? We cannot play this map.
It's also under the 3 minutes that you.
Yeah.
So
it is the worst map.
39.
39. Everyone ready? And it looks like so far it's 9 votes for Far Cry, 6 votes for Black Ops. Slippery slopes it is. Pixel Portal, you trolls, man.
I'm going to enter myself into this, see if I can win my own.
All right, boys. So to get involved, ! Play. We'll give it a few minutes. I think people may have been lurking a little bit. But this is for everyone. Boys, if you're not subbed, what you fucking playing at? Get that sub icon. Come on. Omega 1, BJ Cat. Come on, boys. You're letting me down. I think, to be fair, 200 people in this chat
Never
haven't got something. Hello, Deadly Snake. Thanks, man.
Well, we got Reckless to thank for that.
Yeah, Reckless. I mean, to be fair, like all you guys have been really supportive. It's been brilliant. Bloody crazy.
Bloody beast, like mate. Ped, what are you looking at? You keep staring down at
Ew.
something. What?
My microphone.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah. Guess you're gonna have to order yourself a new microphone, Ped. Huh?
I'm not. I'm just
See
going to put it back in the boom, and then next time just restart Discord. The problem will go away.
Thank you, Cap. We love the Cap. Incog Cap. Slap a bitch Cap.
I
Slap.
keep forgetting Incog is slap too.
Incog slap.
Like,
Cap slap. Slap
he's
a
got
cap.
two
Cap
accounts.
slap.
2 accounts with like 200 plus subs as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Madman.
All right, I'll start the countdown timer for quite a big one, just to give people a chance if they're dropping in late. 3 minutes, boys. 3 minutes. Stop lurking. Press exclamation mark play. Oh, Jane's in.
Banana,
Yeah,
you come
that's-
in last.
That's ridiculous that they banned your name. Someone had to have reported it, surely.
I mean, considering that guy who joined from Sea of Thieves the other day was called Dick. Like, standard Dick.
But
That was
see,
it.
that's a name though. They can't go and ban that. Like,
Did you go for the longest possible countdown timer?
Yeah, 2 minutes. More people be popping in.
unfortunately, that's the world we live in right now. Slap.
Sensitive sounds.
Yes, get on with it. I am enjoying this scene.
Get on with it.
200 seconds is not 2 minutes, Danny. Did I say that? I'm pretty sure I didn't say that.
No, you said no. So you're both mental because it was a 3-minute countdown timer, and you said it's a 2-minute countdown timer. And me and Gabe looked at it and gone, "It's 200 seconds.
I don't know, I just made up a number. Stick it in there.
It's purple. Is that red and blue?"
Yeah, slap. That's the way it goes, brother man. We got the. I'm part of that generation just by a little percentage, but we got the new generation now, so we got to look out for them.
Take care of
So
them.
what are we talking about here? The snowflakes.
I mean, yeah,
Generation Snowflake, right?
yeah.
Let's get the old rave going for this. Don't call that, I get offended. All right, 1 minute.
Disco.
Boys, if you haven't played in, there's still like 10 people that are here but not here. Lurking away in the background.
I'll play your
Come on.
disco lights. Yeah.
This is the one. I'm going to win this one. Finally.
I actually
It's not
don't
going to
know where
happen. I've got.
don't-
Well, to be fair, I've got more chance of winning this than TightEyez getting a computer.
Ped. Ped. Yeah. Just hold your microphone up to your camera real quick. Just do me a quick favor, will you? Come on. Put it
Why?
put it on camera. Let me see it. All right.
Oh, look at that
Now,
beauty.
now stand up, turn around, and push it up your arm.
Stick your microphone where the sun doesn't shine.
remember the buttons. Oh, here we go. Great map.
Oh, great camera work, Danny. Great camera work.
There's no
Like-
I know,
smooth. There's no
you're
smoothing
literally
on
the
this,
worst.
boys.
You're literally the worst for that too. Like you'll turn away right at a really important moment. You'll turn away and look at something off. Like look at that. You're just like, look at that beautiful cloud out there. Like wow.
Woo!
Ooh, butterfly.
All right, so we got Jane with her special
Alligator.
ball.
Unbelievable. Jane's just turned up, just followed you, and they're winning Marble Run. I mean, what is going on?
Jane's been here for a while. She's actually in the clan, so it's not too bad if she wins.
No, I'm joking.
Look at all these white names, though. I'm not happy about this, boys. Get to the back. Who's down the hole first?
Oh, yes! Yes!
Oh, wait,
Did
Mastermind.
I just go down the hole? Who's in
No.
first?
Mastermind's gone
Mastermind.
down.
Damn it, I didn't
on
go
the
down the hole.
on the penis-shaped section of the course
oh
here,
my
gentlemen.
God, he's miles away, and I haven't even gone through the hole.
Mastermind, it looks like a copy of Far Cry 6 coming your way.
Absolute
Ooh.
jokes.
Look at the lead on that.
Shit, what a hack. He must have like popped over the edge or something.
I'm still at the top trying to go down the hole.
Pet, there he is. He's up
I'm
there.
still at the top. You cannot make this up.
Oh my god, dude.
I was like in the top 10 getting to the hole, and I've just done circuits of the
God,
hole
hey,
instead of going through.
Mastermind's still
listen to me.
stuck, boys.
You know what that is?
Caney
you know what
Strife,
that
I'll
is?
tell us what.
Karma.
Karma, bitch.
Oh, Mastermind's been taken over.
Oh no.
It's the white
He's like
name,
at a-
man. If you had a blue name, you
he's
would
at-
have been there.
He's at a dead stop right now. Oh.
Caney Strife. Oh, this is a good map. I like this.
Oh, what a minute.
Oh, suddenly. Hang on. Have I just.
Ped's back in
Do I
the
still make-
back in the race, is he? No, he's
Am I
still
back
last.
in the race?
No,
Ah.
no.
Nah, you're not even
Oh
on
my God.
Look at this.
You're
Beast
not even
Mother
on
and
the
Strife.
top 10. You're not even on the top 10, Peg. Come on.
I hate Marble Run.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh, okay. You roll back. Oh. Let's
Ski
get
jump.
stuck in.
Oh wait, never mind.
Oh. So look, you come out first. You get pushed to the back. Mitzi's off the course.
Oh, that's sickening, dude.
Oh. Then you're back at the front. Oh, this is actually a great map.
This is confusing.
Who's in the lead?
I
Well,
think
I'm at
I
the
think-
back, so it's all right. I'm
Okay.
at the
I think
back.
Altair is going to be in the lead, right?
Caney.
No, Caney is. Oh, look at that lead. Strife. Caney and Strife going down. Oh, I can't shoutcast. Sorry. No, shut up.
That's a good effort, man. That's a good effort. Mate, please let me win this. It'll be the greatest day of my life. Swamps is out in front now. Then Omega. Then BJ. Then Caney.
Oh, this is
Swamps.
just-
Swamps going for the jet. He's up.
He's up, boys. He's up. Where's Ped? Ped,
Oh,
you.
mate. I'm off the map, probably.
This is it. This is the final. This is the ski jump at the end. Swamps and Caney.
Everybody
Oh!
miss. Everybody
Caney-
miss.
Caney
Everybody
with the
miss.
lead.
Swamps
Miss,
fell
miss,
off the
miss,
edge.
miss, miss.
Caney with the lead.
Oh, he went. How did he not go out?
Swamps fell off the edge and Alter. GG Caney.
Caney with the copy of Far Cry 6 GG's.
GG.
Now you just gotta go through the awkward process of redeeming it.
GG boys, GG.
You're using DPD to send it. Oh, where am I? Seriously, where am I?
I
Did
think you had
fall
a
off the map?
DNF.
Yeah, you're long gone.
Jokes.
You're
This is such lies. This game.
Caney, are you there? Caney? Calling Caney.
Kenny, if you don't speak now, forever
Peddler
lose your
wins.
Far Cry.
Peddler
6.
wins it if you don't turn up.
Hey.
Oh, you got it? Okay, fair enough. Pass it on to the next. That's very generous, Kenny.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Oh, shut up. I was going to say, have another race. I love it.
Shut up.
Why, do you have something against BJ Cat?
No, I love
Yeah.
him. I love him to bits. He's our Russian spy. He's actually awesome.
So,
The
if
BJ Cat it
BJ,
is.
if you're there,
Sorry, tight.
played it for fun. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it, apparently.
BJ, would you like the copy of Far Cry 6?
If not, we'll pass it down to Moomy, and that would be much appreciated because I love Moomy.
Or next race.
Okay.
BJ, do you want it, brother? Oh,
Ah,
look at you boys! Like,
beautiful.
this is a nice clan after all.
All right, Moomy. So you might watch this going all the way down.
BJ, Kaney's just gone. I've already got it. BJ's just gone. Hang on, I need to check Steam. Oh yeah, I own it. I don't need. Mummy, you have it. Mummy's going to go. Oh, I've probably got this as well.
Come all the way down to
very
UPenn.
long time.
Nah,
I think, to be fair, I think I've got it. I think I got it with the graphics. I'll have to go and check.
I think Moomy deserves it. Good man, Moomy. See, he knows the deal when he has one.
Fantastic. All right, awesome.
So, New World Wednesday.
New World Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of. That's it. Officially finished. Thanks for coming, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys
and girls.
As always, I'll upload this. I'll upload the whole thing. Not sure what on earth we're going to talk about next week. Probably carry on with the patch notes a little bit, and we'll come up with some ideas.
Well, next week is the 31st.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we should
have some lucky people not here because they'll be playing out.
So we'll sit here with our fingers crossed,
just the three of us will be sat here talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
Everyone else will have got alpha keys. They'll be like, "Screw you guys."
Yeah, boys. All right, brilliant. Thanks for joining. We'll be on Discord probably for a little bit chatting. So we'll be in the New World waiting room, just hanging out. Yeah. Anything else to say, boys?
It's Altair's birthday on the 31st.
Oh shit! Birthday stream it is.
Oh wow!
Dedicate that one
Amazing.
to Altair.
So that'll be it. That'll be like the first New World Wednesday pirate gaming birthday. That'll be epic.
Love it. All right, boys.
So if you get an alpha key for your birthday, that will be like the best birthday ever.
The birthday present. Right, I'll wrap it up. We're a little bit over time. Sorry, gentlemen. Yeah, come Discord. Let's come chat some shit and hang out for a bit. See you next week,
everybody. Good to see you all.
See you later.
Thanks very much, guys. Take it easy.
Ciao for now.
It is. Microphone's active. We're back. Technical difficulties. We're back. Raid time. Oh, that's a great suggestion. Who's fucking on, boys? Who's on? Woo! There's still 40 of us hanging about here, surely. Who you want to raid? Ekas? Anyone else got any suggestions? We've rated him already. He's a great guy, but we've already rated him. How about
What
we
game?
we raid Ped?
No, I've turned it off. I've turned it off.
What game? What game are we going for?
I was just thinking if we've got any mates, you know, any friends online.
No, we haven't got any friends.
I'd love to raid my brother, but he's not online right now.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone streaming in the Pirate Gaming Discord? Maybe. No, not at the moment. No one's on, boys. All right. Because it is the man. Great dashboard. Yes. Same as always, boys. Let's just give it some.
Give it some.
Give it some, guys. If you're still there lurking, prepare your spams, please. Prepare your raids. But do it as a Pirate Gaming raid, not a Danneh raid. No, I didn't make it yet, man. I didn't make it. Shit, we've lost a few people. We've gone from 40 to 20 after that. Sorry about that. Yeah, just prepare a cheeky little Pirate Gaming raid. That would be cool. I'll put it on my notes next time to do a raid, so it'll remind me. 24 of us, excellent. Just a Pirate Gaming raid. Yeah, like that. Copy and paste that, boys.
I'm copying it.
Raid Asmongold. They'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?" Right, let me bring his up his channel. All right, boys, this is it. We're going this time. See you on Discord and spam this guy's channel. Let's go.